All right, what's up? You guys, we are live. This was a busy day. I did two man and a lady, and then I left there, had to do all about the tea, and then now we're doing the after show. And I want to say thank y'all so very much for viewing us over there. You just never know what door is going to open up. And we're almost really close, you guys, to 20,000 subscribers. So we want to personally say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. The spells did not work. The gossip did not work. I am still yet working and still out here producing content. And so we want to say special shout out to all the producers out there. But I do want to bring this up. I didn't get a chance to talk about this. So I want to talk about it today. Chris Brown. So it was been, all of these rumors going around with Chris Brown that allegedly he hit a woman, he assaulted a woman, and our wig. Let me make sure I get the NBC what it said, because they said Chris Brown is accused of hitting a woman in Los Angeles. They said incident is being investigated as battery and will be referred to the Los Angeles city attorneys, according to the police spokesperson. So they said a spokesperson for LAPD told NBC News Tuesday officer responded to a report of an argument at the residency. So I believe this is Chris Brown address. The incident is being investigated as battery and will be referred to the Los Angeles City Attorney's office, according to the spokesperson. Few details have been released, but TMZ reported that the woman alleged Brown smacked her in the head hard enough for her hair weave to fall out. No injuries were reported, and it was unclear if Brown would face any charges. Brown attorney did not immediately respond to a request for comment Tuesday. They said, we have not been referred a case yet in this matter, the city attorney office said in the statement on Tuesday. So yet is another woman saying that Chris Brown beat them. All right, so I want to say this is really, really sad. If you can go down the timeline, you can go back to 2009, Brown, when he faced a slew of legal trouble, stretching back to 2009, when he was arrested for physically assaulting singer Rihanna, his girlfriend at the time. He pleaded guilty to felony assault and completed probation in 2015. 2017, another ex-girlfriend of Brown, model and actress, was granted a 5-year restraining order against him in 2017. 2018, he was accused of presiding over a drug fueled orgy at his Los Angeles mansion where a woman was sexually assaulted by two of his associates. 2019, Brown was released after being detained in Paris on aggravated rape and drug offenses. So he have a history of just drama. And I don't understand why Chris Brown just won't settle down and just leave these people alone, right? It's unfortunate. I don't know how true it is that this lady got hit in the head, but he just needs to stay away from women. Just won't he just date men or something? Because his track record with women is just not up to par. When I look down the feed and I look down the timeline, he is definitely getting accused by too many women. He just, I would say, get with men, don't have to worry about it. And then also treat women with respect. And when I look down his timeline, this is the reason why Chris Brown's career is not where it's supposed to be. Chris Brown should have been at a much bigger level than when he first started. He was on his way of being probably the next Michael Jackson when you're talking about fame, when you're talking about attention. So we're looking at it and I'm like, man, is it really the drugs? Do he really have an attitude? Like, what in the world is going on with all of this? So I'm like, what's going on, Chris Brown? What's going on? So he definitely needs to get that fixed when it comes to that. Okay. All right. So I want to bring up another thing that's going on in news, and his name is Kaelin Walker. So you all know him. He played on Superfly. He was really good in that movie, but apparently he's been accused of rape. Multiple women have came out against him. He had a court date yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, and they are going to trial. So they did not drop the charges. So of course he's been on Mob Radio, and he also was on Jason Lee channel, and then he's on Unwind with Tasha K. So I was watching, Millie channel on Station Head, and she felt some type of way that he was on Tasha K platform. And really, Tasha is saying that she was the first blog to declare him innocent. And I'm like, no, Tasha, you wasn't the first blog to declare him innocent. He actually was on Millie's show. He declared that he was innocent on there. And actually, Millie pretty much said the man was innocent. She was actually interviewing some women. She didn't really pretty much believe him at all, but she pretty much broke the story first. And then, of course, people came behind her, whether it was Jason Lee or whether it was now is Tasha K. But this is the thing though. Why in the world? And I say this to Kaelin, like Kaelin Walker, like, why in the world are you going and doing interviews with Tasha, my radio, with Jason Lee when you have an open case? Shouldn't you wait until your lawyer go to trial and prove that you're innocent? One of the things that you should not be doing is doing interviews. Now, I heard that the judge, I guess they're trying to get a court order on his Instagram. And so I don't know if the interview's still going to go out, if she's still going to release the interview. Let me verify and make sure that she dropped it yet. Give me a second because I can verify that right now to see if she dropped the interview on her page. So give me a second, you guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah, she did drop the interview. Okay. She did drop the interview today. And so we're definitely going to break that down when it comes to that. So, yes, the interview has been dropped. She dropped it on Patreon. So I'm going to come back and review this. But this person have been accused of multiple women saying that he raped them. But I believe that he is not innocent in this. I don't believe that all of those women will lie on him. But again, the DA feels as though it's enough evidence to continue this trial. Now, in this, when it goes to my radio, when it goes to Tasha K, it's a battle of the interviews. But I feel as though when a person get a story first, it doesn't take away for me to come out and say this. Let me say that she interviewed Kaelin first. She was the first YouTuber, I believe, to interview him and declare that he was innocent. He had a beef. Now, this person that you saw on the picture, he have a beef with Jason Lee. Now, he had some allegations towards Jason Lee that Jason Lee wanted to suck on his peen. And Kaelin said that Jason Lee was making advances up to him and all of that. That was one of the rumors that what he said. So I don't know how true that is. But one thing I can say about Mr. Walker is that you have to be very cautious on doing interviews with people. And let me tell you this, when you have an open case, because anything you say, anything you do can be used against you in the court of law. So if you're doing an interview and you say something, right, and it's proven that that the DA can use this as evidence, you could get yourself in trouble. So if I was him, I wouldn't do no interview with my radio. I wouldn't do no interview with Tasha K. I wouldn't do no interview if you have an open case. If you have an open case, you shouldn't do an interview. Now, should they interview him? Should Millie interview him? Yes, because she's a blogger. If you want to come on the show, do what you got to do. Should Tasha K interview him? Oh, yeah, she a blogger. That's a story. Come on. But the thing with Kaelin that I didn't like is that he was being messy. He was being messy and he was sending information to Millie talking about how Tasha is going to leak some on her Patreon with the sex tapes, and how Tasha pretty much was like dissing you, Millie, and all that, pretty much kind of being messy. That was wrong because like you did an interview with her, and I think she told Millie. I'm assuming that Mr. Walker told Millie that, hey, Tasha flew me out and interviewed me and all of this, and that's what we knew about, because I found out that she was going to interview Mr. Walker due to my radio on live. So obviously she was having some type of communication with Mr. Walker. You hear all of that. So I'm like, okay, y'all talking. And I feel like he's very messy, because even thinking with Tosh, with what he was saying about Jason Lee, I'm like, I don't think Jason Lee will be talking about, oh, let me suck on your pink. I don't think that he would do that with a guy that's straight, when Jason Lee can get plenty men. I just don't believe that. I just think that when things do not go in his favor, and when you're not kissing his butt, and when you're not putting out there that he's innocent, then he have an issue with you. But it was a lot of women that came out and said that he did this to him, and the state was like, "Listen, we're not dropping charges." Because at one point, people was like, "Oh, Wiley, they're gonna drop the charges," and that was one of the rumors. And the judge was like, "No, they're not dropping the charges. It's going to trial." Okay, because at one point he said, "Is they gonna drop the charges?" But he's innocent, right? But obviously, they have evidence that that this case will continue. They got some evidence. So obviously, you're not that innocent. But what I would have told him, like, don't do the interviews, because the interviews is a person that will get you under, will literally put a nail in your coffin when you're concerning talking about the trial. Like, don't do it. I would not do an interview if I were you. Thought I heard something about dropping charges. Guess I right. That was one of the rumors because they kept putting in there, all the charges going to be dropped. The charge is going to be dropped. But it is continue. One of the cases is continue to go to trial. So I believe he did it, but that's just my humble opinion. He said it was going to be dropped on the 22nd yesterday. So you're saying the update is the case is not dropped? No, the case is not dropped. It's continued. Yeah, the case is not dropped, you guys. The case is not dropped. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful doing these interviews. You got to be careful putting this out there that say, hey, the case is going to be dropped. Because if it's not dropped, then you're going to be looking like another liar. Okay? Yeah, he announced on his page that the charges would be dropped. Yeah, he put it. He put it up on his page, and obviously the charges are not dropped. Okay. All right. So we should definitely see all about that. They said, let's see. And we're talking about Mr. Walker, Kaelin Walker. Y'all know this, brother. Go watch Superfly. You're gonna see him. He's an amazing actor. And I hate that this happened to him, but you can't be going around forcing yourself on these women. And you don't even have to do that, but people do it. Some people do that for power, to dominate and all of that. And he was on his way to being the next Michael B. Jordan. He was on his way to being a successful actor. He can't book any gigs. Nobody want to hire him because of this, the problems that he got, the case that he got. But he was on his way to becoming a successful actor. And unfortunately, due to his control his pain and want to force it in people puss that don't want it in they puss, now you got to deal with these these consequences. And then when he went on Tasha show, what do you mean? I don't have no respect if you sit and lie, but what if they're telling the truth? And if they're lying to you, you should wait and let your lawyers handle it instead of you trying to clear your name and doing an interview. Okay. They said, I don't think Tyler Perry is going to be doing a movie about. That's another lie. Come on now. Tyler Perry going to do a movie about him. What make him so special? Really? Oh, Tyler Perry going to do a movie about him. See how he just be just talking? God, Tyler Perry is not doing a movie about him. No, absolutely not. Tyler Perry is not doing a movie about him. Okay. Yeah, Wiley, you tried to be a little messy because he wasn't being messy yesterday when he was talking to my radio. I was listening. Again, he was being a little messy. Again, that's definitely what he is. But I will tell him this: stop doing interviews. If you got a case, don't do an interview. Let the case handle first. If it wasn't true, which I kind of think it is, this probably ruined his career from a very young. It ruined his career. Like his career is ruined. Okay. I mean, his career is ruined right now. Like, who's gonna book somebody that took advantage of women? Not in this Me Too era. Once they got Bill Cosby, when you get at that type of room, it can destroy you. Now, if they're lying, it's unfortunate that he got to go through this, and then the burden is on him to clear his name. Yeah. So we shall see how that's going to operate. So yeah, so if y'all don't know, that was a little beef going. Millie she said to me, she was like, "Oh, you're just gonna take Tasha K's side." But listen, Tasha K gonna interview people, but I will go on the record and say Tasha K is not the first platform to interview him. Now she is the first major blog because my Millie is not on Tasha K level when it comes to views and subscribers. So technically, you get a lot of these big bloggers that will be like, "I'm the first one to break this story. I was the first one to do it." But in reality, they've been on other shows. But if you're on a bigger show, that person can say, "Hey, I'm the first one." But if you're a fan, if you've been watching different commentators, you would be like, "No, you're not the first one. Millie is the first one." Because Millie talked about this case months ago. And that's why I started to talk about it, because she talked about it so much. And of course, he also went on Dr. Umar and all of that. But when you do a show, I've seen many different people get on their shows and say, "I have an exclusive. I'm the first one to break this story." But in reality, they're not the first one. But I agree with you that he should not be doing any interviews on any level until he's proven innocent. Right. And then you do the interviews after the case, because it can mess up your case. Because any lawyer will tell you, don't talk about it. When I was going through the library situation, my lawyer said, don't talk about it. And I could not talk about it. And I did not like that I couldn't talk about it, because I'm very transparent with my audience, but I couldn't talk about it. Let me at all. I couldn't say a word. And I wanted to. I wanted to get up here and talk, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because it could mess up the case. Millie be on it, and she automatically on the man's side a lot. Yeah, she be on it, and a lot of times they don't give her credit, because some of the time she don't show herself on camera. So people think they can just take some away. Oh, she don't show herself on camera, so she's technically not a real blogger, because she don't put on makeup and foundation and go live in front of the lights. That's how they would do it. But her show is like a radio show, right? It's her voice. It's she do show herself on camera sometimes. When she worked with Riley, she showed herself on camera. When she's on Riley channel, she showed herself. When she's on her Instagram, so she shows herself. So she do show herself. We do know how she looked, but the bulk of her, but the bulk of her content is really her voice. That's it. And I'm not mad at her, because her people love that. I just want people to give her credit when they get something and say, "Hey," most bloggers are not going to get on their platform and say, "Hey, I saw you on Mob Radio and I reached out to you after you did the interview." Most people will say, "Well, I saw you did an interview with another blogger or another platform," or they'll act like you don't exist. For a long time, Millie was being attacked and dragged on social media, saying that she's an intern, saying that she's this, she don't show herself and all this. But did that stop her from gaining up support that she got? No, it didn't stop her. She's one of the best to break a story. And because she don't show herself, people think that it's okay to discredit her. But again, to Mr. Walker's, he just needs to stop doing it. I don't think he should do no more interviews. All right. Okay. I don't think he shouldn't. That's just my personal opinion. I want to say this though. I had a good time with All About the Tea. How did y'all enjoy us on All About the Tea today? Let me know. They said Wiley the t-shirt, and I remember her back then. Millie made it big from Instagram. I remember her back then. They said, right, she breaks a lot of stories. She does. Absolutely, she does. She breaks a lot of stories on her platform. But people think that it's okay to take from her because they don't see how she look. They don't see her on front of the lights and stuff. That's why they come at her the way that she does, the way that they does. That's why they come at her like that. Absolutely. They just dragged a bigger hole for himself. Yeah, I'm praying for him and everything like that. Absolutely. And I'm gonna drop the link if y'all want to come on and speak to me really quickly. But I want to say this: I had a good time over there on All About the Tea. Being on a platform where you get thousands of people to view you, and actually doors are opening up. And shout out to Monica. It was a good show. People were saying, "Oh, Wiley wasn't talking." It was three panelists on there, so you can't overtalk the panel, and I damn sure ain't gonna get on there talking for about 30 or 40 minutes. So if I'm being presented with a topic, I talk. But this is why I tell people to come there in the beginning, because if you come there towards the end, it looked like I wasn't talking. But if you came in the first hour of the show, you would have heard me giving my commentary. This is why I say be on time watching these shows. Absolutely. Okay. Somebody said I gotta catch up. Let me see. They said I gotta catch up. Uh I got to catch up, okay. You, Wiley, I'm a new sub in the past couple of weeks, but I like you so far. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we want to say shout out to y'all that's showing support. Love listen, love live. I'm trying to watch and I can't get with it. No, I didn't say something like that. You send me the link. Yeah, I'll send a link and let you come on. But wait a minute, you got to be on time while it be fair. No, when I'm telling you all, when I was on All About the Tea, I be on time, and I sent the link. I sent the link, and if you can catch the replay, you can definitely catch the replay. What we're talking about is we're talking about All About the Tea. Because somebody said, "Oh, you weren't talking." Yes, we was talking. You got to watch it. And one thing about it is, if we're not on time for the live stream, catch the replay. Because whether I'm on time or whether I'm late, the base is still there. They still watch. They still go on there and click on it and watch the video. I want to give a special shout out to y'all for clicking on the replays and watching the replay, because I understand people busy. They can't watch you every day. And I understand. I get it. People got jobs. They got careers. They got men. They got relationships. It is what it is. I just know somebody that was working with us. They got a whole new man, they about to get married. Okay. They was a whole moderator over here. They said they can't do it no more. They about to get married. They got something going on. Got a whole new man. The man look good. I wish them well. So people have other things to do. But I thank people for actually watching and viewing and catching the replay, commenting, thumbs up. Some people watch me 90% of the time I go live. They watching me, and may God be with them, because that's when you watch everything, and I'm here for it. Okay, all right. I want to say this about All About the Tea. The reason why I like it is because you talk about different subjects, and some of the subjects, like reality shows. A lot of times I don't even be watching a lot of reality shows. But now that I'm working with her and I got the phone call and the emails about how lucrative it is to talk about that, best believe when these new shows come out, oh, Wiley is going to talk about those shows. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna sit my ass down, get my notebook, get my pen, and watch these shows. And that's why I'm watching some of the old episodes right now, just so it can get in my mind, so I can have dreams about it, and so I could just go ahead on and talk about it. But yes, it's been a great, great, great show. Like when I tell you, when I first started doing All About the Tea, people was resistant, but now they're getting to know me. Anytime when you're new, you're gonna get new people to watch you, and also too, you're gonna get people that ain't gonna like you because they already have their face, but that's okay. But just continue to watch. You may like some, I say, and that's good because I get the emails and everything like that. We're gonna be here supporting you. Yes, thank you. Yes, and so I want to also say, special shout out to Charmaine. Did I get her name right? Yes. Great. You just never know who's going to be on All About the Tea. That's what I like, because you just never know who's going to be the special guest. And I like that. And to run a panel with just two people and get a special guest is really good, because she could have easily gave up and say, "Hey, I want to give up and everything like that. I don't want to do this no more. I think this is what." She continued to do the show. I got the phone call. I got the email. I said, yes, this is something I want to do. I can fit it in my schedule. I can have this conversation with you. I'm down with it. I'm not going to stop. And I did what I said. Hey, we're going to have our opinion, and I make sure that you see my eyes and stuff like that, so it could be definitely different and all of that. So that's what I want to do. I want to be different. I want to say this guy is different. And so we're going to be other rooms. I just got off the phone with someone just recently because of me on All About the Tea. So it have been a blessing. And thank God I didn't listen to the haters that all they do is criticize and criticize and criticize. It's just been, I'm like, girl, you're criticizing for what? This is a great opportunity for me to sit on this platform, and doors have opened up. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers, and we will definitely get there, as well as more subscribers going to come. So we want to say special shout out for y'all for coming on the platform and actually showing us love. Y'all didn't have to do it. Y'all came up in, on here, and y'all said, listen, we're going to come on here and talk about it. We dropped the okay. We dropped the link. So if you want to come on, we dropped the link. Again, don't keep saying you want to call in if you don't hit the link. All right, we're gonna drop it again. All right, we on StreamYard. Okay. There you go. We're on StreamYard and stuff like that. We just recently did Two Man a Lady, and I want to say special shout out. We didn't have no technical difficulties. The trio is just an awesome trio, and we got like I said, a new intro coming and a new logo coming, so it's gonna be great. Why don't you just talk to Monica and tell her to try to get the lady Monique, bet her on the show, interview, and put people to shame. Again, what we're doing is continuing to provide great content, because again, the noise that are being spoken about, Monica, it will eventually go away. Okay, because right now it's going to eventually go away, and I'm looking long term. I could easily get on here and try to drag somebody and all, but that is temporarily. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking 6 months, a year, 2 years from now. That's where my mind is at. That's where my mind is at. Okay. All right. So we want to say definitely, and I do feel for Monique Torber. I feel for her because but again, let me say this, and this is where a husband come into place. If my wife being criticized on social media, and someone called my wife and they cuss my wife out, you as a man should step up and stop the conversation from going. You come and you disrespect my wife. God gave me a gift of being a man. That's a requirement for you to be the head of the household, and you supposed to step up and stop that and be like, "Excuse me, homegirl, you're not gonna disrespect my wife like that. You know what, babe? You get off this line. We ain't with this. Period." I'd have cussed them out and hung up the phone. You're not gonna call my house and disrespect my wife and disrespect me. And you think I'm gonna continue to let you talk? I'm gonna click. But that's what a real husband does. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna come in my crib and disrespect my wife. I'm gonna let you have it. That ain't gonna happen. Or let that would have been me. All right. Okay, give me a sec. We're gonna open up the StreamYard. All right. If you don't have StreamYard, I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna do one at a time, okay? Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hello. How are you?
All right, go ahead. What's on your mind?
Well, I just want to ask you this one question. Is Tasha K still your mentor?
Again, yeah. Who said she wasn't?
Okay, so I'm just, because I'm just very observative. I'm praying everything through. Monica has already gone through enough.
Oh,
So, but I do like the fact that you are being honest and saying that about the opportunity, because some people try to be slick. And
right.
I like the fact that because that you're saying that it's a great opportunity to be on Monica's show. I just like hanging out. I'm an intercessor. God has assigned me to pray to her, pray for her. So and then he even showed me about how she was going to have the Netflix series, and it's just going to backfire. It's going to be so terrible about that lady Nosy. I really feel sorry for her because I've had dream after dream. So Monica is not the only one she's attacking. I mean, she's attacking like heavy hitters, and she is doing a lot of psychotic stuff. And when she was doing it, I sensed that nothing good was going to come of it. But she's going to push someone's button because I'm a seer. She's going to, if she does not stop, I pray that God have mercy on her. She's going to push someone's button and they are not going to be able to handle what she's doing to them. And in the dream, you know how I'm not referring to her as a celebrity at all, but she is mounting up in the YouTube realm. You know how when they murder the person in that spot, and then people come to visit and leave, like the candles, and they leave like the teddy bears. You know how they come to that spot to
Right.
remember the
I want to
person.
say this though. What's going to happen is you're going to do it to the wrong person, and it's going to be a karma
You
effect
read what, yeah,
where
you read
they're
what you
going to
sow.
put your loved ones on camera, put you on camera,
Mm,
put people that you don't want to be on YouTube, and you're going to feel get that back to you.
mhm,
And that's going to be it is, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, why y'all doing this to her?" And blah blah blah, and she's not probably not going to be able to handle it because people are going to start digging and digging and digging and try to quote unquote expose her. Because if you're producing that energy, you're going to get somebody else going to be like, "Okay, let me go and dig in your life and put your life on YouTube." That's eventually are just going to happen because you're leading that spirit, you're leading that, and it's going to happen. And people are going to watch it. They're going to watch it. They're going to be entertained by it
mm,
because it's going to be like, oh, really? That's your sister, or that's your mom, or that's your dad, that's your granddad. It's going to be there, and it's going to be like, well, why y'all doing this? They're not on YouTube. But then you got to remember the innocent people that you brought to YouTube,
mhm,
not
mhm.
YouTubers, and you put them on camera and put all of their business, their LLCs, etc., on
Oh,
social
that's
media.
so sad.
You know what I'm saying? So if it happens to you, you can't be shocked because eventually it will happen.
Some they call it karma, and then it's called reaping what you sow in the church kingdom. But she does not know she has opened up like a deadly door. What is that called? That what's that box? Pandora's box, and she is going to really mess with the wrong person. And I had a dream about it. Prayerfully, it'll never come to pass. I wouldn't want something like that to come to pass. But yeah,
All right. Well,
so
we thank
that's
you
it.
so very much for calling in.
Mhm, mhm.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna if you want to hit on the StreamYard and voice your opinion about the show, how did I do? That would be great. We want to thank you and give you all a special shout out for viewing us and coming in the comments and showing us love. That was great. It was awesome to see, the producers that said, "Hey, I just got to watch you, but I'm over here watching All About the Tea," and I was like, "That's great." And then also coming and view us over here. Like that's awesome. Hello, the one. You're live on the air. How you doing? The one.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi- I just want to give some facts out real quick. My radio is not upset about Kaelin Walker because Mob Radio had Kaelin Walker been talking to Mob Radio. I guess he's going to tell people his story, so he decided to go to Tasha K, which Mob Radio is not upset about Tasha K getting an interview. Honestly, because my radio was the one who broke the story first. She was the one who put out all the information. So they he can go and give interviews to people, to different people. Millie is not mad that he's doing this interview with Tasha K. We know Tasha K do this big old roll out presentation trailer or whatever, which is cool. I mean, if he want his and Tasha K, is like a big deal. So if he want his story out there, on another platform, then that's fine. My radio is not mad at that. But he do need to my thing is he should have waited probably until the case got dropped before you go running your mouth, because what if Tasha K put something out that can be used against him in the court of law, then what? So I'm kind of happy that Mob Radio did not do this, because so before the case was actually dropped, so she wouldn't be involved in no mess and wouldn't be blamed for stuff that might happen. So it is a good. So Tasha K just needs to be careful when she's putting out information, and need to know if she's actually hurting or helping this
Well,
guy,
no,
because this
no,
is not a
no.
good
The
look.
reason I disagree because if you come on and do an interview, that's you the one that got the case, not Tasha. She's not going to say no because it's clicks and views, and that's more money for her. So
Yeah,
if you want to clear your name, come on. She's not going to
yeah,
tell you, oh no, because you should have Mr. Walker should have the common sense to say, let me bring my attorney and we sit down together. But no,
well,
he want to do the talking because he talked too much.
and that's good, because and if Tasha K decides, when she they said it's already out, but I'm kind of happy. Like, I don't think my radio would do a rollout like this anyway, because she likes to go back and make sure everything is lined up from beginning to end before she just and make sure the case is closed would be your best option before you go out and put out stuff, because you don't want it backfiring on your platform either. You don't want to look like you're
It ain't gonna
you're
backfire.
doing
It's more
something.
promotion. He's the dumb one from giving people uh giving telling people stuff about an open case. If he was smart, he would have his attorney, because like anytime when you do an interview and you have an open case, 99% of the time you see that person attorney on sitting next to them.
Yeah.
And an
Well,
attorney really answer the question. And then when they try to ask a question, main thing they would say is, listen, it's an open case. I can't get into the details of the case. And the lawyer will offer their legal perspective, but they're not going to give you details of the case.
and I mean, and like I said, I like different people go to different platforms, so it's not no beef between Mob Radio and Tasha K. I mean, when you're trying to promote something to get your
But it
story
is
out,
beef between them. That's not true.
there's not beef.
It's
Millie
it's
has
beef
there
It's
is no
beef
beef.
between them.
There's
It's beef
history.
between them because if you go
History.
back with the beef, hold on, let me a second. You go back with the
Hmm.
beef. Millie said some things about Tasha, and Tasha K said some things about Millie, talking about what she said about Millie family and all of that. And then also I remember when Tasha K came out and criticized Millie husband. So it is a beef between both women.
Tasha K has beef with Cardi B, not Millie. That's a beef. That's
I
a
mean, they
beef,
have beef.
Wiley.
What do you call it? They went back and forth. They had a little tit for tat on social media. If you don't want to use the word
If
beef,
you haven't seen in the if you I'm pretty sure you do tune into my radio. My radio has not been like in the when I would say for the past maybe 2 years, because we're in the middle of 2021 now. For a year and a half, I have not seen my radio go back and forth like that with no other blogger, no other blogger.
well, on Station she
So,
had said some things. Well, that's not true. On Station she had criticized and said some things about a couple
but
of
she
bloggers
don't.
on her
Okay, but
Station channel.
everybody comment. When everybody make a comment when their name is involved and stuff. But she has not put it in a title like how
No, no, she
it
have
used
not
to
done
do.
that. No, she
Yeah.
have not
So
done that.
so
No.
that's why I
But
feel
whether
like
you put it in the title or not, if you address it, you address it. Just because you don't put it in the title, just don't
she's
put it in
not
the
making
title.
but she don't make it a topic of conversation. That's all I'm saying. She don't make it. She say what she got to say and she move on. She don't. I really do not think that she cares. If Tasha can get this interview or not. If anything, if I know Millie by listening to her, I think she's probably want Kaelin to get his story out, if she do believe that he's innocent, because she is all about standing up for people and their rights, especially like innocent people. So I don't see her having an issue with him going on Tasha K platform to tell his story, especially if he said he's innocent. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. So
But again, you're talking about an open case. That's stupid to be talking about an open case. That's not good. That's not that's not, I would say, a good direction to do if you have an open case.
well, yeah, I don't think it's a good direction either. But I mean, from what my understanding is, this guy was certain that his case was gonna be dropped. What, like at some time this
And
week
who
right
told him
here.
that? Did his attorney tell him that? Oh, that's something that he thought was
Yeah,
going to be dropped. Like, come
yeah,
on.
I just think he thought that the case was gonna be dropped, and obviously, like I said, court is funny. We don't know. Like, you need to make sure you got those papers ain't case dismissed before you go running your mouth,
Right.
especially on a a big, a platform like, Tasha K's platform, because once she put it out there, it's out there, and it's probably going to most likely get picked up by, the other blogs.
Other bloggers.
So,
And yeah, so I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna do my review on it and stuff like that. I do want to ask you this: do you believe he's innocent?
well, like I said, my thing is, we have a problem in America where you're guilty,
Either yes
before
or
you even
no.
go to court. So you are innocent until you are proven guilty. You're innocent until you're proven guilty, no matter what the case is. I'm not going to, indict this man on something that has. When he goes to trial, we will see evidence. There's such there. We pay tax. We are taxpayers. We pay money for trials. So you do not convict people before you know all the information and all the evidence. That's all I'm saying.
Well, again, you're right about that, but he doing interviews and people have
Hmm.
their whatever they feel like. Is it a yes or no? I personally believe that he's guilty. Maybe not of all the women, but one of the other cases I was reading over some documents. It looked like they got a pretty solid case. But if it come out that he's innocent, then we need to give that same publicity when it comes to his innocence.
Do you think that he probably told Tasha K, and I mean, and like I said, I don't, I'm just guessing. Do you think he probably told Tasha K, wait until the case is over before you put our interview now, even though they recorded?
If he did so, that she's not obligated to go by that.
But maybe there's an integrity thing. I mean, I don't know.
And it's
Respect.
not, listen, if you do an interview, it's a possibility of them putting it out there. And if I was in Tasha K's shoes, I'm interviewing this person, he got open, I'm gonna drop it. I'm not gonna wait till after the trial. No.
But what, like I said, this guy, what if this could affect the case in a negative way? I mean, wouldn't you want to
So
get
what? It's his
have it be
fault.
a fair
You keep trying
trial?
to put it on Tasha. That's not Tasha K's fault. He's a grown man. He got on that flight. He
We're
did
not
the
putting it,
interview.
I'm not putting it on Tasha. I'm just saying, I said, do you think? I said, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe this guy did have a
And I want to
conversation with
post this
Tasha. I
picture
don't
for
know.
people that don't know who have not seen it because he's not an A-list superstar. He was on his way to being up there. He's more like a D-list person. He's underground, not really that known. He was only in one
Well, he
movie.
worked with Holly
Uh,
Berry, so I would give him
he was
a
only
B
in one
list.
particular movie, one or two movies. He wasn't really a major star. Okay, so this is why it's not going to reach the news that it's going to reach
And
because
see,
it's
that's
not.
the problem. And that's the problem. You shouldn't have to be a mega star just to get heard and noticed. That's the problem right
Well,
now.
I'm just telling you why people don't really care because he's not really a major star. He's not.
And it's so messed up. And people should be using their platforms to speak up for the little guy who's not the big old
Okay,
celebrity
and I
big
want to
star.
ask y'all because a lot of people don't know who he is. If you watch Superfly, he was in Superfly, so go watch that movie. And definitely there. And he have done multiple interviews with people, with Dr. Umar, Tasha, Millie, and all of that. He's out there and about, but he's not on a Michael B. Jordan or Denzel Washington level.
Well, yeah, no, he's not on. He is not, Denzel Washington or nobody. But like Lauren, we have a lot of C-list celebrity, C-list actors and actors too. I think he probably was on his way to be a rising star, but this happened, and maybe that kind of they kind of blackballed him. Probably, I don't know, because I
All
haven't seen
right.
him in like any
Well,
big
again,
movies.
listen, if you have an open case where a woman, multiple victims saying he took advantage of me, and you have an open case, studios are not going to deal with you. They're not.
Right.
They're not going to book you.
And that's
Not in
wrong.
this time.
And that's so wrong. That's so wrong
You they're
because you're
gonna wait.
guilty
What they're gonna
until we're
wait
proven innocent.
until he and they're gonna wait. I'm gonna tell you how this business operates. They're gonna wait until after the trial. But as of right now, he's damaged goods, and no studio want to put them in their movie when he have been accused of taking advantage of women and he have an open case. Now we shall see how this is going to play out. Now, if it's proven that he's innocent, then studios should open that door and allow
And
him to be in
that's
other
but
movies.
then that's
But I
too
will
that's
not
too
be
that's
shocked
too
if you
late.
never see him in a major movie again.
Because I mean, you ruin people's spirits when you try to convict them before there's even a case presented to a jury. Why are we convicting people before the jury?
Well, people have their conclusions up, and again, in this
I mean,
society,
that's
if
so
you are a
sick.
public figure, people are gonna always have their opinion about you. That's just
Have
how it
they
is.
not heard of the Central Park Five? Those people,
We have
innocent
heard of
people
that.
who sat
Many
in
people have heard
jail
of that. But again,
until you know. I mean, come on. This is 2021. Like why are we doing this?
all
You
right.
know,
Well, again, people have their own thoughts of it, and that's how it's going to operate. Because again, he's damaged goods, and don't nobody want to deal with somebody that have that type of bad press on them until he
damaged
actually
goods,
until
damaged goods because of the public, because of the court of public opinion will tear down an innocent, probably innocent person before they even get all the facts, and that is a problem. And honestly, if we're going to do that, then everybody should not have a career or platforms, because people have done stuff and they just pick and choose who they want to convict before you can even hear anything. It's the double standard. It's the double standard, and that double standard is a problem.
all right. We thank you so much for hitting the link, calling in. Thank you.
Hmm.
All right. So I want to say thank you. We got about a 15 more minutes. So if you want to click on the link, you can. You don't have to show yourself on camera because obviously you heard all the people hit the link. You didn't see them because we do that over here at the Wiley Show. I just want you to keep the focus on me, but you can voice your thoughts and you can give your opinion on how you feel about uh, how you feel about Kaelin Walker and this whole thing with Chris Brown. And if you didn't like me on All About the Tea, you can give your thoughts on that too. A person said, "Pay back the library." Listen, we have already paid back the library. Okay, all right. People just say that until we a lie. They send me emails about that too. I'm like, okay. It's a problem that he's keep doing interview. He needs to stop doing interviews. Period. All right. And I guess y'all like the call-ins. Let me see. Do y'all want me to open up the phone lines? Give me a second. If they want me to open up the phone lines, let me use my avatar. And we could open up the phone lines. Give me a second. You want me to open up the phone lines? Yeah, so we talked about Chris Brown. We also talked about Kaelin Walker, and then we also was singing the praises of Monica All About Tea because we were on there with a radio personality, Charmaine, and that was live. So if you all missed that show, you can definitely go and follow us on our community wall. We go live and we post all the lives that we do, and this is why I tell you to join our text list, and you can add on to the text list and you can be notified when we go live. This is why we do all of that on there. Okay. All right. So that's what we do over there. And we work over there. Again, somebody said too much promo. No, we work over there. So we of course we're gonna promote where we at. I want my people to know where we at. Okay. All right. And shout out to Monica. All right. Because people was getting mad. It was like, you always telling people where you at. I said, I always gonna tell people where I'm going. All right. That's what we do over here. We tell them where we going. And I want to say shout out to Monica from All About the Tea. That was lovely for that. Great show. Great show. I really like being over there. I feel real good being over there. Okay. Give me a second. We're gonna bring another caller on. And then we'll open up the phone lines if y'all don't want to do StreamYard. Hey, how you doing? Hello. Can you hear me?
Now you Monica's.
All right. So nope. Uncle. Mm-mm. I already know your voice. Sorry, brother. You ain't coming over. You really thought you was gonna come over? Nope. We already know your name and your voice. You really thought you was gonna come over here and troll today? No, sir. He really thought. Oh gosh, child. And he have been trying all day today, sending us emails and everything. I'm like, child, nope. You're not gonna come over here and troll. All right, so we're gonna open up the phone lines if y'all want the phone lines open up. Oh, call back in. We entertain him. Call back in. Where he at? Tell him to call back in. Hit the link again. Okay? Because I know that voice. Just yes, I know that voice because he's about to call in cuss and all that type of stuff. He was gonna say, "Oh, now you Monica Minion." Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines for people that don't like to use StreamYard.
Your show now. Press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 24 seconds.
All right, so we're gonna open up the stream. We gonna open the phone lines, and we also have the StreamYard. So whichever one you feel comfortable of using, you can use both of them. Okay. All right.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. So we got the phone lines open. Let me put that in there really quickly. All right. So and I'm gonna append it. All right. Hold on. Let's bring him on. All right, now, Uncle, I'm gonna bring you on. Though. If you come on and cuss, I'm gonna boo you out. So you better get your point without one cuss word. All right, those are the rules. How you doing, Uncle? How you doing? Turn me down the back. You got me playing the back.
It's off.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Wiley, you just I try to root for you, but you always show your two-facedness, and it always catch up with you. This is why you stagnant. I want you to grow, but you can't grow because you can't help yourself. You always been a snake, and you do snake stuff. You let Tasha.
How's I'm a snake? How's I'm a snake?
Okay, for one, I use Michelle A.T. Alien. The day she gave you a little money on your Cash App, you was a black woman, this black woman, that. Then you get with Beefy Monica, you get to talking about, does she look like Gary Coleman to you?
It was a question, and we just
that's a backhand compliment. And you know what you be doing.
Yeah, I asked a question, and I don't apologize for it. Can I tell you this? When we had a conversation with Michelle, I said, listen, I'm an interviewer. That question came up on Fox Soul, and you damn sure when you come on the Wiley Show, I'm going to present that question.
But you asked about 5 people that. How many times you got to ask
5 people? Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's the 5 people?
So, you didn't ask more than one person that?
I asked a question to Monica because it was a relevant question. Do you know the backstory of the reason why I asked that question?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it's relevant. So I didn't just pick that out of my neck. I asked a very relevant question that the people want to know and to get Monica response. Now
I'm a real troll, so I see everything.
It doesn't matter about that because obviously you didn't know the backstory. You just thought I got it out of my neck.
No, you did. Well, what you did first, you went on Instagram and posted Gary Coleman, then deleted it.
It was his birthday. Again, if you're gonna put something out there, give me all the facts. That was his birthday, and I said, "Happy birthday, Gary Coleman." That's it.
You was being funny. It wasn't his birthday. It wasn't that man, but it wasn't Gary Coleman's birthday.
It was Gary Coleman's birthday. Yes, it was, sir. It was. Again, if you're gonna try to read me, have all your facts together. It was his birthday, and I said, "Happy birthday, Gary Coleman." It was the man's birthday. Just because somebody is calling a black woman Gary Coleman does not mean I can sit on the sidelines and I don't have to say happy birthday to him. That ain't my problem. I'm gonna always show my support to the legends. And if I see there's somebody's birthday on my channel or down my timeline, I'm going to repost it. And that's what it was. You probably thought I was a bit messy, but I wasn't.
Well, it's kind of hard to trust you because you do it a lot.
It ain't about you trusting. You're here for me to entertain you. I'm not your man. I'm not your daddy. I'm here to give you advice, just to entertain you. That's why you're here. And if I'm so stagnant, you won't call into the show every single week.
I
Every
try to
single
help.
week you calling
I'm
me.
trying to help get
You
you
ain't trying to help
views.
me. You never send an email. You never send suggestions. What you do is criticize, criticize, criticize. If you truly try to help Uncle, you will hit up behind the scenes. You ain't trying to help. You just want to be heard. And that's okay.
I
Because
got my.
entertainment for you to get on here and talk about what you're producing is a bunch of cow manure. It's fake love, and you just want to be heard. And that's okay. At least admit that, but don't say you're trying to help me. You never send out an email trying to help me.
Cause you a lying
You
bottom that boo booed
never.
on Rico.
You
You boo
never.
booed on
You
Rico.
never
You got
send an
AIDS.
email. You never send an email. You never try to help me. Oh, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying. Where the hell? Where's the email? Where's the suggestions? To be 50 some years old to be acting like that. 50 some years old need to be somewhere educating and mentoring the young people, but yet all you do want to criticize, 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 criticize. And then now you want to come in and try to give a health read. That ain't gonna work for me because baby, I'm negative. Ain't none in me that I have any type of viruses. So that ain't gonna work, boo-boo. I have a whole prep that I be on prep that I take. See, that's the reason. You just want to be heard. But you don't show yourself on video. I guarantee you won't show yourself on camera and keep that same energy. You're just going to show your raspy voice, probably drink a lot of liquor and smoke a lot of cigars. All right? But then say, oh, I'm trying to help you. No, you're not. You're not trying to help me. You just want to criticize. Okay. I'm trying to help you. You boo-booed on somebody. Like, child, what? Get out of here. All right. Nisi, you live on air. Nisi, hello? Hello? Nisi?
Hello, you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, talk about it. What's on your mind?
Man, this stuff is just getting outrageous. Like they are picking all these Monica Islands and everything. You know, I can just apologize to everything I said, but it's just like when y'all going to people's Facebook pages and everything, and what I seen this today, it just made me kind of like these people are trolling because they look for another Monica Allen, and this lady had like a young baby or whatever. But what I seen was that my son, they must have screenshotted. They screenshotted the picture of her Facebook, and you can see the friends on the Facebook. And my son was holding the trophy. I don't know because I went back to try to find it. My son was a football player, and he was with his coach holding the trophy. I stay in Cleveland, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I didn't sip too much wine or something, or I got a hangover?" But they doing too much, and when I seen that kind of pissed me off because my son been dead for 4 years, and it's
Okay, but who posts your son? I'm trying to get an understanding, ma'am. Who posts? Somebody posts your.
no, because they posted a Monica Allen Facebook.
So that's your name. So you're Monica Allen.
No, I'm not Monica. No, I'm not Monica Allen. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They screenshotted Monica Allen,
Uh-huh.
and you know how it say your friends at the bottom. You can see some of your friends.
Okay. And your picture showed up.
Not my picture. It was a picture of my son's coach and him. And he
Okay.
was holding the trophy. So I was looking at it like OMG.
Okay.
So that's what I'm talking about. This stuff is getting ridiculous because then I'm like, well, what the hell? Because I had to go on the lady channel and she only got one baby and she's very pretty. Like they going through all these Monica Islands and this stuff is getting ridiculous right now.
I'm
When
so
I was
sorry.
just laying on my couch and seeing my son and his coach on this lady page named Monica Allen.
Wow. I'm so sorry
I'm
for that.
like, wait
I'm so sorry that that actually happened. That happened to you. That you saw your son on there. Wow. You just never know. It's just getting kind of ridiculous.
yeah, because, like, I mean, Wiley, I did come on your show, and you know what? I need to not do the things. I was mad at everything, but then I had to just think about, like, they are knocking and doxing all of these Monica Allens and thinking that they got them. But when I see my son played for John Hay in Cleveland, Ohio,
Mhm.
and his coach was right there. Like, I just lost two kids in 2017 and 2020. I lost my oldest daughter and my only son, and that kind of scared me yesterday, because it's after 12:15. So it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like that. I mean, this lady don't have to show her face. Okay, if she not gonna say she apologized, it's over with. But that blew my mind when I seen his face on one of her the friend thing that they was trying to figure out. They saying that they know this Monica Allen, but they still was going through all the shit.
Mm. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my gosh. So you did just see that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whew, that's a lot. I'm just glad that, hopefully, sorry for your loss that you had to experience that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so
People
much
need
for
to just
calling
mind
in.
their business.
Thank you.
People need to mind their business and just
Yes.
leave this alone, for real.
Yes, I'm gonna give you a virtual hug and everything is good. And I hope you are subscribed. But over here in this channel, we don't do that. We just entertain people.
Oh, I am a subscriber, but at the end of the day,
Okay,
people just
yes.
get with God and just leave a lot of things alone. If you can't find out, just give everything to God, because He's gonna make everything be all right.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye bye, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay. You just never know who's going to, call in and give their opinion. Like, oh my gosh. You just never know. I want to thank you all so very much. Okay. We're going to go to the phone line. So if anybody is calling in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the phone lines, the 646-716-8447. We got 3 callers in queue. Can you please turn us down the back? And we're going to bring everybody, that want to come on. So here we go. 5840. You're live on the air.
Hey, first of all, I want to say we are so sorry, ma'am, for your son being in the photo, but you continue to say the school that he played for, so you're basically doxing yourself as well. So little less information, the better. I also want to say to Grandpa, you're too old to be trolling, but hey, we love the trolls over here. Like, without you, it won't be a Wiley show. I also want to say you're doing a fantastic job on All About the Tea. And it's because of you why I started watching All About the Tea. I never heard of them before. If I came across it, I wouldn't have probably watched. I'm not really a fan of panels, but being that you're on the panel, you're on the show, I'm willing and I watch. So thank you for putting me on. And when you spread love, love will come your way. When you
Yes.
cross promote, people will come to you as well. Like how you
Facts.
brought me to her platform, I'm sure some of her teacups will come to your platform.
Facts.
That's what's called promotion, guys.
Absolutely. It's called.
Okay, once again, keep up the good work. You're doing amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. And then you never know. Shout out to the new subscribers. And this is why we ask you to all subscribe, to like the video. It's just a good spirit. It's great. I love it. I love being over there. It's lit. And shout out to the producers that go over there and be in the chat commenting. I love that.
And just to clarify, Monica is not an AKA. She's not an AKA. Okay? She is not an AKA. She is not pink and green. Okay? She is not a pearl girl. Okay? My family is AKA. and they wear pink and green and pearls. I just wanted to call them be messy.
Okay.
That's the AKA call.
Okay. Well, shout out to
love
that.
You, wow.
Love you too, Icon.
Pink and green. All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Oh gosh, let's go to the other caller. Oh my gosh. 4134, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How you doing?
All right.
First time caller, so bear with me.
Yes. Okay.
I just wanted to say a little something about the Kaelin Walker. Is that his name?
Yes. Yeah. Kaelin Walker. Yes. Let me put his picture up so people know who you're talking about. But go ahead.
I just wanted to say, last week when I was in the bushes on the internet, he was doing an interview with Dr. Umar Johnson, and he was spilling everything. He was talking. He even let Dr. Umar diagnose him on the line.
Who got a diagnosis? He diagnosed Mr. Walker or the victims?
Dr. Umar was trying to diagnose him. They was doing like some type of counseling session, and I'm like, why is this man with an open case on here talking about this stuff?
With a man that's trying to build a school and still haven't built a school yet.
Yes.
Been over 10 years. Okay.
With a scammer. But he done let it all out then, yeah. And as far as, I'm not going to say he guilty or innocent, I don't really know all the facts or whatever. But from that interview, I don't think that it didn't help him. I don't think it didn't help him at all. And then it was ridiculous. Anything Dr. Umar do is funny.
Right.
So, but that's I just wanted to say, yeah, because the other lady, she was trying to really put it all off on Tasha. And I'm like, this man should already know, like you said, you don't talk about an open case like that.
Facts. You're right. You should not be talking about an open case.
So hopefully it won't incriminate him anymore. But he seemed like he does have a lot going on, and hopefully everything will get resolved right. Justice will get done for whoever needs it. But I'm just wanted to say that interview was horrible. I wouldn't have did it at all. And as far as that other mess that's going on, Wiley, I understand you over there. I know the opportunity. When you see them coming, you got to take them. When you see that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? The other panel just split fast. They left quick fast. It was in no type of loyalty.
They don't think long term, you know what I'm saying? And me, I because I have emotional intelligence. I've been in the business for a while, and so having these opportunities is great. It's awesome. So it's been a great experience for the couple of days I've been on, and people are starting to like us over there. They're starting to like us, right. And so that's good. So I want to give a shout out to them. Shout out to the Teacups. So allowing me in their home.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't caught one of them yet, but I do watch you.
Well, that's good. You watch
us. Everybody, but
yes.
I like to come to your channel also because you compound everything into one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go to 8 different channels.
Oh no, you get it all in one hand. Yes. So I'm right. Glad you're over here. So I'm glad you're showing us love.
Just clear the drama.
Yes.
Just clear the drama.
Yes.
And just be safe.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in.
And just be safe.
All right now.
Thank you. All right. And have a good night too.
Okay now.
All right.
All right. Bye. Okay. So I think that is also very, very great. Very good that we went on there. We had a good time over there with All About the Tea. I do want to say thank you because I found out some new people that talk about us daily. So that was great. So it's good exposure. And I want to say thank you to people that have subscribed to our channel, to the new subscribers. Shout out to y'all. And we have been producing, pushing out content. And I took a break yesterday because I needed some much needed sleep. Because when I tell you I was sleepy from the trip from Vegas, I was like, oh my gosh, let me catch up on some much needed sleep. So I was like, okay, let me watch some Rush Hour and then let me take me a good old sleep. So I took a break yesterday, but I knew today was going to be so busy because we had to do, you know what I'm saying, 2 shows to do, well, actually 3 because I had to do Two Man and Lady. Then I had to get on here and do All About the Tea, and then I had to do the after show just to hear y'all thoughts. So we want to definitely give y'all a special shout out for showing us love and for doing it. So God bless you. If you are a new producer, shout out to you. If you're new, who new up in here? If you are a new producer, shout out to y'all. Yes, who is new? Okay, thank you. Also, too, before we go, if you like to be notified when I go live, you can text Wiley Show to 833-760-1691. Text the Wiley Show to 833-760-1691. You will never miss another live. You will always, it will send it directly to your phone, and you can definitely have that. Okay. All right. Um, so yes, definitely a special shout out. They said, not sure, but someone told me I had to be a member when I went back. The comments were gone. No, I don't think you have to be a member. I think that's not correct. Shout out to the new subscribers. Yes, low key, welcome. I was wondering why you didn't go live last night. Glad you got rest. Yes, I had to get some rest because I knew I had a busy schedule today. A really, really busy schedule today. And I was like, okay, I need some much, much needed rest. And when I got on here, I said, let me go ahead on and take me a nap. And I said, okay, I'm going to go back live. And so it was a good day. So tomorrow, actually, we got to do a live tomorrow. So I want to say special shout out for that. I see you in the back. Someone is in the backstage. Can you put yourself on camera? I mean, you have to connect your camera. They said device is not connected. So if you have an issue, you could definitely call in. Give me a second. I will post that number on the screen. So if you're having an issue, you can call in. Okay? Definitely. All right. Let me see. Let me also done this. Okay, so I'm gonna say shout out to Armor Brown 09, shout out to Shantae. And we have 2 Shantaes, by the way. Shout out to Blue Star. I'm sorry, Bright Star. Why I say Blue Star? Bright Star. Shout out to Blue Sky. Shout out to B Scale. Shout out to J Love. Shout out to D1. Shout out to Nurse Nicole. Shout out to Mouth Open. Shout out to Day. Shout out to Tori Mom. Shout out to Puppy Love. Shout out to TLC and 3. Oh, okay. You said do a state check-in. Let me know where y'all watching from, okay? Represent y'all state and y'all city. Represent y'all where y'all calling from. I'm Dallas, well, actually Chi-Town, but I'm in Dallas now. So shout outs. Make sure y'all represent y'all state so I can definitely give y'all a shout out, give y'all state a shout out. Yes, we talked about that. Kels, you definitely. What's up, New York in the building? Shout out to New York. Shout out to Vegas. I was just in your city. DC, Seattle, Washington, Birmingham. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to shout out to California. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to Carolina. Shout out to Atlanta. Houston, New York. London. Shout out to London. South Carolina. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Chicago. Ratchet ass Florida. Shout out to H-Town. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to China. Yes. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna open the phone. Hold on. 7441. You live on the air. Hello. Can you turn me down the back? 7441. Can you turn me down the back?
You don't even take that.
All right, there we go. All right, so there you go again. Shout out to Paris. Shout out to Tokyo. Shout out to Texas. Yes. That was shout out to Jamaica. That was lit. Oh, yes. Okay. That was fun. Shout out to we got people all over the country. That was great. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Yeah, he loved the show. Was the same dude from earlier. He loved this show. Yes, he called back. I- uh, Anonymous, you live on air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
You live on the Wiley Show. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Wiley.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, I cannot talk tonight, but I just called in to say hi.
Okay, hi. Will you have a good sleep? Get you a nap and have a good rest.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I got a conference in the morning.
Okay.
So that's why. Okay.
All
bye.
right. Bye bye. Like what in the world? Okay. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Oh Lord, it's gonna be a whole lot of red hats at that conference, okay? Oh my gosh, girl, you could have just typed that. Did she just call in and say, "Hey, I just wanted to hear your voice"? Really? Okay. Oh, she's so mad from the chat the other day. She was probably nervous. I don't know why she was nervous. Oh gosh, y'all, thank y'all so very much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.